hundreds of thousands of federal workers are losing their right to collective bargaining. President Donald Trump signed that executive order late last night. Maddie Franz joins us in studio to show us which departments are affected and how local union leaders are reacting. Good evening, Maddie.
Hey, John. The order removes union rights from agencies in these 20 federal departments, citing a 1978 law that restricts some union action based on national security. A White House fact sheet offers explanations for how each department impacts national security, and those agencies include the FDA, EPA, CDC, ICE, and FEMA. But Quad Cities union leaders aren't buying those explanations.
I thought it was a joke.
It came as a shock across the Quad Cities.
How deep are these cuts going to go? Why target these specific folks?
With the signing of an executive order, decades of federal workers' collective bargaining were wiped out.
The president just attacked us and took away our right to join a union.
John Zumker is president of AFGE Local 4070, which represents workers at FCI Thompson. Without collective bargaining, he worries the security and safety measures included in union contracts will disappear.
So our job is to protect the workers' rights, to have a fair and equitable treatment for all staff.
You could have a job one day, you could be gone the next.
Daniel Gosa, president of the Quad Cities Federation of Labor, has those same concerns.
That'll directly impact the economy. People aren't making as much money, so then they're not spending as much money and different things like that.
70% of Americans actually think unions are good, and that includes a majority of people in both main political parties.
Labor historian Peter Cole is a professor of history at WIU. He says he's skeptical of the justification behind the order.
Do people who work for the EPA really have a national security need, or are they really at risk? In my opinion, it's a very weak claim.
The White House's fact sheet says domestic energy production falls under national security, which impacts the EPA. Zumker with the prison union also argues against his department's inclusion in the order.
To be clear, we have nothing to do with national security. Our job is custodial.
Cole expects unions to challenge the order.
He doesn't have the power to do this, right? Congress, in fact, gave many federal workers the right to unionize.
Now, in that fact sheet, the White House says some federal unions have, quote, declared war on President Trump's agenda. It says Trump will support unions who work with him, but, quote, he will not tolerate mass obstruction that jeopardizes his ability to manage agencies with vital national security missions. John?